So we get the question often about what's the difference between sourcing and recruiting. And they're two different things, and ideally they should be separated out if you can. And I'm going to talk about why they should be separated out, what's the difference, and then how to separate them out. And so the definition of sourcing is to find out where something can be obtained, which in recruiting translates to who they are, what's their name, what's their email, what's their phone number. It's finding out, it's finding information. And then the recruiting, the definition of recruit is to persuade someone to do or assist in doing something. And so in a practical terms, it's about communicating, attracting candidates to your position. And so that takes a certain personality, somebody who's really good with people, somebody who's competitive, who's fast-paced. It takes a special person, and that's usually what recruiters are really good at, and they're not as good at sourcing. And so the problem is that most recruiters, whether you're a staff recruiter or a third-party recruiting search firm, they spend too much time sourcing. Something like 50 to 70% of their time is spent sourcing. When we ask recruiters that we're interviewing, what does your day-to-day look like, and they're coming from another place, typically they'll say most of their time is spent trying to find and identify candidates. What's their names, phone numbers, and emails. And so really, I think that's a lot of wasted time, especially when you can find somebody to do that who's really good at that, and that's all they do, and they can do it for a pretty affordable price. So how do you do it? Really, the best step is to go online on websites like Upwork and Fiverr and find somebody who's really good at finding data, good at sourcing, finding names, phone numbers, and emails. They do that for you for an affordable price, and then they bring you those names so then you can proactively recruit those names. So you're focused on what you can do best, and the sourcer's focused on what they can do best, versus eating up 50+% of your time doing something you're really not that great at, and you weren't hired to do that. So it's really slowing you down. Thus, you're going to make less hires, your fill rates are going to be lower, and your fill times are going to be longer. So anyway, just wanted to explain that difference.